Hey friends, Ash here with Gents, back with Chelsea. Today we're doing a rating video for beast mode fragrances. So we've got 10 different beast mode fragrances. Some of these are a little newer, some are a little bit older. We've got kind of a mix going on here. It's gonna be like usual. You're gonna smell the dry down. You're gonna smell the opening. And you're gonna give a 1 to 10 on each one of these. We're gonna figure out of these 10 beast mode fragrances, which are your favorite.
All right, I think I know the drill.
You prepared?
I'm prepared. Let's do it.
All right. We've got the handy dandy tester strips ready. You want to start right here?
Yeah.
All right. So the first fragrance is Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum. And you have the dry down. So let me hit you with the opening here.
Smells like a really good classic blue fragrance.
What a surprise. Yeah, so usually with Dior Sauvage we feature the Eau de Toilette, but we're switching it up a little bit and going with the EDP this time.
It's a classic. It's hard to...
Like a modern classic, you mean?
A modern classic. It's hard to go wrong with this.
Yeah, I know. I was just trolling you.
It's people pleasing. You can,
What a big surprise, right?
Yeah, you can easily get away with like wearing that into an office and you're not going to really offend anybody.
Yeah. Now I know that you know the Eau de Toilette pretty well. You smelled it a bunch of times. Smelling the Eau de Parfum there, is there a big difference to you? Or does it just remind you of Sauvage? It doesn't really like...
It just reminds me of Sauvage. I mean, to my untrained nose, I can't really...
It doesn't, yeah. So it's just Sauvage.
Yeah.
I get it, yeah. So, Sauvage, 1 to 10.
I'm going to give it an 8.5. Actually, I'll give it an 8.75. It is a modern classic.
Right. Yeah, it's one that you like a lot, I know.
Yeah.
It's always scored really high. You've always said that you like the way it smells and everything, so not really a big surprise.
Hard to go wrong with that.
Yeah, and for me, the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum both, really, really beastly performance. The Parfum, which smells the most different of the three, to me, also the weakest performance. But that one's really good.
Yeah.
Next up, this one, switching things up a little bit, Azar Pour Homme. And this is a vintage bottle, but if you buy a newer bottle, it's going to be pretty much the same,
I was going to say this smells really like old school. I don't know what year it came out in, but it smells very classic.
Right. Like a classic men's fragrance.
Yeah, barbershop kind of.
You got it. You nailed it.
Ooh, that's a very fresh opening, though. The dry down, I get that barbershop kind of thing.
Yeah, that like soapy, classic, masculine, clean, sophisticated kind of thing.
The opening smells like a little fresh, a little green. For an old school men's fragrance, I like this quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's decades and decades old. To me... Well, actually, I don't want to say anything before you get...
It's like throwback.
It is throwback, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's hardcore, taking me down like memory lane, like throwback to, the old school, like straight razor shave barbershops. I'm going to give it an 8, just because, like that classic smell's really doing it for me right now.
So that one is really affordable. It's super cheap, actually, of all of these, probably the cheapest one nowadays. That is, in my opinion, one of the best barbershop fragrances that's been made. It's
I really like that opening especially.
Yeah, just really classy men's fragrance.
Yep.
It's got anise, it's got lavender. It's just a classic one, yeah. Like I've said a million times.
Yep.
Next up, Versace Eros Flame. Switching things up a little bit, instead of normal Eros, go with the flanker. Flame.
Interesting. I like this opening a lot. That opening's very sweet.
Yeah, there's orange in there.
I like them sweet
vanilla.
Openings. The opening's very sweet, very warm. The dry down, I don't know exactly what's in the dry down, but it smells like it would be a really good kind of projector.
A good projector. Yeah, it's a beast mode list,
well.
right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, true.
Probably should project well.
Okay, well, so far I think this one probably projects the most.
Well.
I really like this though. I really like that kind of sweet, spicy opening quite a bit. I'm gonna give that a 9.
Oh, a little bit higher than Sauvage.
I really like the sweet, spicy kind of opening. Sweet, warm opening.
You said that.
Whatever.
Next up is Parfums Somali, Carlyle.
I think I've really liked this one in the past, if I'm not mistaken. It smells really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think this is maybe one that we've had on a video before, and I remember really liking it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think that we have, and as well, I reviewed it, and here's the opening. And when I wore it before I reviewed it, you said that you liked it. It was one that was like a favorite of yours. So yeah, you're correct.
I really like this one. This is one that I feel like you can kind of go back to and just keep smelling over and over and over again.
Like an addictive fragrance.
Yes.
And it makes sense a little bit because the last one you said what you liked about it was warm spiciness. And then this one has cardamom in it, which is a spice. Probably most well known from La Nuit de l'Homme. And then there's also Gaiac wood in here. Little warmth. So...
yeah, I like this one a lot. This is a really good, I mean, so far these fragrances are really good beast mode fragrances. I'm going to give it a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
So tied with Eros Flame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that Parfums Somali has a lot of fragrances that you like from them. Leighton, I think, is probably your favorite.
Probably.
The one in the little blue bottle.
Yep.
Dark blue.
Yep.
And then Carlyle, I know that when I wore that one, you said was one of your favorites as well. So not really surprised, and yeah, you recognized it right away. So next up is Amen, and this is just Amen. It's the first one.
Okay.
Because, as you know, like you've seen a million of these bottle types.
I hate those bottles.
Yeah, they really suck in terms of the atomizer.
Yeah.
They're not the easiest to spray on earth, but this is the very first one.
I mean, this might be a beast mode fragrance, but it's not like the best beast mode fragrance I've ever smelled before, though. I mean, it smells very soapy in the dry down. I mean, just like soap, just straight soap.
Is that the dry down?
Yeah. And the opening's okay.
I get what you're saying.
It just smells, I mean, like just straight soap to me.
There's actually a decent amount of patchouli in here. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Off the tester strip, there's this like
very soapy smell.
Kind of, but it's not like what I would usually think of as a soapy kind of scent, because usually I would think, lavender or something like that.
Gotcha.
Or I see what you're talking about.
I mean, this one's just not gonna do it much for me, I don't think.
I'm not working for you?
No, I'm gonna give it a 6.
So poor Amen. Amen is very sad. It's a classic, but for you,
yeah,
you prefer the classic Azar Pour Homme.
Yeah.
Next up is Spice Balm Extreme. Extremely Spice Balm.
I like the dry down pretty good, but I'm assuming that all the spiciness is gonna hit me in the opening. Yep.
There's a good amount of spiciness in there.
Yeah, I like this one. Okay.
Vanilla.
Yeah. You said it's called Spice Balm Extreme?
Correct. Yeah.
I would actually expect there to be a little bit more spiciness to it if it's Spice Balm Extreme.
So, yeah, so the name is Spice Balm Extreme. And I've talked about this. Actually, a number of people talked about this. It's actually kind of like a smoother Spice Balm almost. It's not quite as in your face with the spice as the original. I mean, there's a lot of spice in there. Just the original is kind of more of a punch. This one has more sweetness from like black vanilla, things like that in the dry down. So that's kind of
not what I was expecting.
The big difference there.
Because I was expecting like extreme spiciness.
Well, there is a good amount of spice in there though.
Yeah, there is. But I was expecting it like Spice Balm on another level. So for, I think the Spice Balm Extreme, I'm going to have to give it, we'll say a 7.5.
7.5 for Spice Balm.
It's good.
Extreme. Yeah, it's a good fragrance, but
I've liked some of the other ones a lot better though.
It's okay. I forgive you. Next up is bondnumber9.com. http www.bondnumber9.com.
That's a long name.
Yeah, no. So it is.
I like that dry down. Opening smells a little funky. By funky, I mean unique, different.
Not to me. It smells like a Ventus.
Does it?
Yeah, like a pineapple vintage, a Ventus kind of thing.
Yeah, actually now that that's starting to get on the, like dry on the tester strip a little bit more, I completely see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like a pineapple-y sort of opening.
Yeah.
Kind of actually makes sense with the bottle. Big yellow bottle.
I mean, I like it pretty well. I think it's a good, if it's going for kind of like that Aventus-y smell, I think it's a pretty decent one.
Pretty much what it's doing, yeah.
I'll give it an 8.5. I always kind of like those Aventus-y smells.
Yeah. So. I mean, to me, it's super obvious. Like when you smell it.
Yeah. No, you ain't wrong.
Yeah. Next up is Aqua Amara by Bulgari, which you can get for a pretty good price from discounters. Probably the most hyped of the Aqua line.
It smells okay. It's not like a blow me away type of fragrance, but it smells good. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I'd probably give that, I would give that an 8.
8.
It smells really good. It doesn't blow
You did
me
like
away.
a question mark 8.
Because I was thinking maybe in either a 7.5 or an 8.
Yeah, I'll write down 8 question mark.
Yeah, probably for the
So
best.
that one, it's got like a little dirtiness to it.
You think so?
Yeah, it's what they say. It's what they say.
I mean, it smells good. I like it, but
Let's see.
for me, it's...
Yeah, see, it's got this like little tinge to it. It's citrus, aquatic, but then it's got that little kick, right? That little punch, that little aftertaste, that little flavor, that little funk. Some people love that, some people hate that. So
Yeah,
for you,
I guess I'm indifferent about it then.
yeah, you're just indifferent. What's wrong with you?
Sorry.
You got to pick a side. Next up, Invictus Intense by Paco Rabanne. Almost like the forgotten Invictus, because everybody automatically goes to Invictus Aqua, but it's Invictus Intense today. It's Invictus Intense, boys.
It's definitely, I mean, I would say that's a Beast Boy fragrance.
A Beast Boy fragrance? That's what you said. You said a Beast Boy fragrance.
A Beast Mode fragrance.
You've been watching Teen Titans. So we've established that Invictus Intense is a Beast Boy fragrance, or
yeah.
a Beastie Boy fragrance, perhaps.
I think I've been hearing too much Teen Titans go in the background of my house.
Could be.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Also an 8.
Yep. I mean, it definitely belongs on this list. It's definitely
Your
kind of
brother
like
went through a bottle of that like that.
wow.
You remember?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
That's
it
the
was
one.
that exact one.
Yeah, well, not that exact bottle, but yeah. I gifted him a bottle of Invictus Intense, and you just ran right through it.
It smells really good. It definitely belongs on this list, that's for sure.
This Beastie Boy list.
Yeah, this Beast Boy list. But yeah, there's some other ones on the list I like a lot more though. So, but it's a good one. It's a good one.
The last one for this list, Busting Out La Yucawan by Versace. It's been a while since I've busted this out, but here we are, and here it is.
I like the dry down on that one a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of like a surprise to me. Like, I'm surprised that I really like this because I don't think it's very sweet. So I'm kind of surprised that I like this a lot.
It smells really similar to Tuscan Leather
Gotcha.
by Tom Ford. Raspberry and leather.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And I'm just kind of shocked. I'm going to give it an 8.75.
So yeah, if you like Tuscan Leather, not a huge surprise that you would like La Yucawan. Same kind of fragrance.
Yeah, 8.75. I mean, I usually go for the sweet ones, but
Well, it does have a sweet raspberry in there.
yeah.
So there's a bit of sweetness. It's not like a sweet spicy fragrance.
Right.
Sweet leather, but yeah, there's some sweetness in there.
Yeah, I like that one. It's kind of a good little surprise there at the end.
So for first, actually there's a tie between these two. Carlyle and Arrow's Flame.
Those both smell really good.
So you have to choose your favorite.
Ooh.
One will come in first and the other second.
I'll say the Versace.
Arrow's Flame, your favorite?
I think so, yeah.
So Arrow's Flame wins this battle. Carlyle second, and there is a tie for third, which is between Sauvage, Eau de Parfum, and La Yucawan by Versace. So
That one's going to be a hard one too because one of them is just such a crowd pleaser and the other one is, I mean, it's not going to be something that you wear every day.
it's whichever one you like the most.
I don't know though. They're just so different.
You have to choose one. And the other is thrown into a fire pit.
All right, I'll go Sauvage.
Sauvage wins.
Yep.
So Sauvage third. So that means we've got Arrow's Flame first, Carlyle second, Sauvage, Eau de Parfum third. Probably realistically not a huge surprise. Those are some of the bigger compliment puller fragrances here.
Yeah, I mean, they all smell really good and they all belong on the
Well, you
the
kind of
Beast-
hated on Amen a little bit, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
just
really.
checking these scores. So that's going to do it for this Beast Mode rating video. Arrow's Flame, Carlyle, Sauvage, Eau de Parfum. That is your gold, silver, bronze. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, they all belong on the list for various reasons. Whether I gave them a super high score or not. I mean, they are all Beast Mode fragrances, that's for sure.
Very motivational. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Thanks for all your support. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. Bye-bye.